Hundreds of U.S. Virgin Islanders applied for a loan program to make their homes more energy efficient. The Solar Plus Financing Pilot Program launched back in September to help residents transition their homes to renewable energy. The program is part of Governor Albert Bryan's initiative to make the territory more energy efficient and his commitment to transitioning the USVI to renewable energy sources. The initiative will provide low-interest loans for homeowners to install solar power and battery storage systems. I recently caught up with the director of the Virgin Islands Energy Office, Kyle Fleming, to learn more about just how much interest there was in this program and what the plans are moving forward.
We anticipated a high demand for this program because we know that the appetite for renewable energy in the territory is one that has grown substantially. And I think especially since the 2017 storms in particular, we've seen a significant uptick in solar and particularly solar plus battery storage. I think prior to the storms, the reality of utilizing solar for savings was one that was well realized. However, looking at solar as a resiliency measure for those who post-storm didn't have electricity available, but if you had a solar and battery system, you were actually able to be more resilient. I think that appetite has grown substantially. So when we designed and launched the program, we anticipated that the response would be something which we saw. In just a 3-week window of application eligibility, we had almost 350 applications submitted. And that was actually even with, we certainly advertised, but, we knew that the other part of it is this is a pilot program. So we knew that our funding was going to be limited. So we didn't want to create false expectations and really high volume throughput and then have to ultimately then deny a significant amount of the applicants as well. So we tried to be strategic in the application window because we wanted to generate participation, but we also wanted to throttle expectations accordingly. And I think it worked well. People were very responsive. We had a lot of people who commented that the application process was straightforward and they were able to understand. We're getting up to $30,000 for either solar or solar plus battery. So we always like to differentiate. So some systems, depending on your usage and kind of energy profile, a solar standalone system may suit you well. On others, a solar and battery system. So the difference is, the cost can vary. So we're not expecting that every system is going to be $30,000. So we are hoping with the funding that we have to be somewhere between 70 and maybe 100 applicants that are successfully registered in the program and able to leverage the no money down, low interest 15-year loan to secure and deploy a renewable energy system on their property.
Talk about the importance of the territory transitioning to more renewable energy.
Yeah, so it's one of the things that we realize, and I think coronavirus put a real clear highlight on this. Supply chains are fragile, and despite the fact that we've had established expectations on being able to have fuel delivered, food delivered, materials, vehicles, there are clear disruptions that can prohibit that. So it really, I think, highlights the fact that for us in the territory, that we leverage the resources that are within arm's reach. Solar is clearly one that we know is abundantly available. Some people would say almost too much. I don't prescribe to that, but I think being able to leverage the available resources in solar, I think it's been really a no-brainer for us. I think it really starts shifting us towards a more reliable, more resilient community. That's also seen in the recent push from the administration and from the governor's standpoint in truly trying to drive not just residential renewables, but utility scale renewables as well. I think really as much as we can lean on available resources and not be solely dependent on imported fossil fuels, fuel sources to meet our needs, that in of itself makes us a far more sustainable and resilient community. I think that's really showing in the appetites and the technologies that are being able to suffice those.
And I had a few more questions for Director Fleming, including whether there will be more opportunities to fund more financing initiatives like this, and how might this affect WAPA bills for those who do not have solar energy, as well as how the Department of Energy office is looking to fix the long-standing energy burden for Virgin Islanders. Look for part 2 of our conversation Thursday here on USVI News.